Let's be honest, we all want to be rich or at least financially secure. But there are certain habits, sneaky little things we do, that are holding us back from achieving true financial freedom. These habits might seem small at first, like that daily latte you just have, but trust me, they add up. Over time, these seemingly insignificant choices can cost you thousands, even millions of dollars. In this video, we're diving deep into the 5 financial habits that are secretly draining your wealth. We'll expose these wealth killers and, more importantly, give you actionable steps to break free from their grasp. Stick around to the very end because I'm going to share the one habit, the secret sauce, if you will, that can make all the difference in your journey to financial success. You know that daily $5 latte I mentioned earlier? It seems like a small indulgence, right? Just a little treat to get you through the day. But if you do the math, that's $1,825 a year literally going down the drain. Imagine what else you could do with that money, and that's just one small example. There are countless other tiny expenses that sneak up on us. Think about those impulse buys at the grocery store checkout, the ones you grab without thinking because they're conveniently placed right in front of you. Or consider the subscription services you barely use. Maybe you signed up for a free trial and forgot to cancel, or you thought you'd use it more often than you actually do. Then there are the new clothes you buy just because they're on sale. A good deal can be hard to resist, but do you really need another pair of jeans or that extra shirt? It's easy to brush off these small expenses, but they add up faster than you think. Each little purchase chips away at your savings. It's like a slow leak in your bank account, constantly draining your hard-earned money without you even realizing it. The good news is, there's a simple solution. Track your spending. Use a budgeting app, a spreadsheet, or any tool that works for you. Even just a notebook can be incredibly effective. The key is to be consistent and honest with yourself. Write down every single thing you spend money on for a month. Yes, every single thing. From that morning coffee to the late-night snack. Once you see where your money is actually going, you'll be amazed, and maybe a little horrified at how much you're wasting on unnecessary things. It's a real eye-opener. Now comes the fun part, cutting back. This doesn't mean you have to live a life of deprivation. Challenge yourself to find areas where you can reduce your spending. Look for patterns and habits that you can change. For instance, can you make your coffee at home? Not only will it save you money, but it can also be a fun and satisfying ritual. Do you really need all those streaming services? Maybe you can cut back to just 1 or 2 that you actually use regularly. Remember, it's about being mindful of your spending and making conscious choices with your money. By doing so, you'll find that you have more financial freedom and peace of mind. You might even discover new joys in simpler, more cost-effective habits, like cooking a meal at home and enjoying it with loved ones, or planning a budget-friendly vacation that doesn't break the bank but still brings you joy and relaxation. Taking control of your finances can be incredibly empowering. It allows you to make decisions that align with your values and long-term goals. And as you see your savings grow, you'll feel a sense of accomplishment and security. It's a journey worth taking. So start today. Be mindful of those silent wealth killers and take charge of your financial future. You'll be glad you did. Imagine trying to build a house without a blueprint. It would be chaotic, right? You wouldn't know where to start, what materials to use, or how to ensure the structure is sound. The same principle applies to your finances. That's essentially what you're doing with your finances if you don't have a budget. Without a clear plan, it's easy to lose track of your spending and find yourself in financial trouble. A budget isn't about restricting your freedom. It's about giving you the power to make informed decisions about your money. It allows you to prioritize your spending and ensure that your financial resources are being used effectively. It's about knowing where your money is going and making sure it's aligned with your financial goals. Whether you're saving for a house, planning a vacation, or just trying to get out of debt, a budget is your roadmap to success. The first step is to figure out how much money you have coming in each month. This includes your salary, any side hustles, and other sources of income. Next, track your expenses, like we talked about in the previous chapter. This means keeping a record of every dollar you spend, from your morning coffee to your monthly rent. Now, categorize your expenses into needs and wants. This step is crucial because it helps you identify areas where you can cut back if necessary. Needs are essentials like housing, food, and transportation. These are the expenses you can't live without. Wants are things that would be nice to have but aren't strictly necessary. These include dining out, entertainment, and luxury items. Once you have a clear picture of your income and expenses, you can start allocating your money accordingly. This means deciding how much you'll spend on each category and sticking to those limits. Set realistic limits for each category and track your progress throughout the month. This will help you stay on track and avoid overspending. Remember, a budget is a living document. It's not set in stone and can be adjusted as your financial situation changes. It's okay to adjust it as needed based on your changing circumstances. Life is unpredictable, and your budget should be flexible enough to accommodate those changes. By regularly reviewing and updating your budget, you can ensure that it continues to serve your financial goals effectively. High-interest debt, the financial grim reaper. High-interest debt is like a financial anchor, weighing you down and preventing you from reaching your full potential. Credit card debt, payday loans, even some student loans. They can all have interest rates that are absolutely crippling. These debts can accumulate quickly, and before you know it, you're buried under a mountain of financial obligations. Think about it. If you're only making minimum payments on a credit card with a high interest rate, you're mostly just paying off interest, not the actual principal. This means your debt isn't really going down. It's like trying to run up a down escalator. No matter how hard you try, you feel like you're not making any progress. The average credit card interest rate is over 20%, which is insane. This high rate can make it nearly impossible to pay off your balance if you're not careful. That means for every $100 you owe, you're paying an extra $20 just in interest. Over time, this adds up to a significant amount of money. The key to escaping the clutches of high-interest debt is to attack it aggressively. You need a solid plan and the determination to stick to it. Create a debt repayment plan, one that outlines all your debts and prioritizes them. Prioritize your debts from highest interest rate to lowest. This way, you can focus on paying off the most expensive debts first. Throw every extra dollar you have at them. Any additional income, bonuses, or even money saved from cutting back on expenses should go towards paying down your debt. Consider debt consolidation or balance transfer options to potentially lower your interest rates. These options can simplify your payments and reduce the overall interest you pay. And whatever you do, avoid taking on any new high-interest debt. It's crucial to break the cycle and not add to your financial burden. By taking these steps, you can free yourself from the grip of high-interest debt and move towards a more secure financial future. Remember, it's a journey, but with persistence and discipline, you can achieve financial freedom. Not investing? You're missing out. Investing is like planting a tree. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. The sooner you start investing, the more time your money has to grow. Compound interest is a powerful force. It's essentially earning interest on your interest, which creates a snowball effect over time. Even small, consistent investments can add up to significant wealth over the long term. Imagine you invest $100 a month in a low-cost index fund that earns an average annual return of 7%. Over 30 years, that investment would grow to over $100,000. Don't let fear or lack of knowledge hold you back from investing. There are countless resources available to help you get started, from robo-advisors to educational websites. Remember, investing is a marathon, not a sprint. It's about making smart, long-term decisions that will set you up for financial success. Financial complacency, the silent killer of wealth. In the world of finance, knowledge is power. The more you know about managing your money, the better equipped you'll be to make informed decisions that will benefit your financial future. Financial complacency, on the other hand, is a recipe for disaster. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking you know enough, but the financial landscape is constantly changing. New investment opportunities arise, interest rates fluctuate, and economic conditions shift. Staying informed about these changes is crucial to protecting and growing your wealth. Make it a habit to read financial news, listen to podcasts, or attend seminars. Continuously educate yourself about personal finance and seek out advice from trusted professionals when needed. Remember, the only constant in life is change, and that includes your finances. We've covered a lot of ground today, from slaying the unnecessary spending monster to conquering the high-interest debt dragon. Remember, breaking these bad financial habits creates empowerment and freedom. By taking control of your finances, you're taking control of your life and future. You're freeing yourself from the shackles of debt, stress, and financial insecurity. So go out there, implement these tips, and start building the financial future you truly deserve.